Today we learn about fundamental steps to pursue while writing a recommendation report. Firstly, we know about what is recommendation report. A recommendation report is a persuasive document which directs the audience to reach a certain conclusion in context to the most proficient solution. These reports are most often written for any new product development in the business scenario, information technology, academics, trade and community advancement field. Writing or documenting a recommendation report by and large includes the description of a problematic situation, assessment of potential alternatives and proposal of the most viable solution to the discussed problem. The final report ought to incorporate clear, exact and proof-based research findings and final recommendations. Recommendation reports serve to be great decision-making aid that can be used in varied circumstances. Here are the steps for writing a recommendation report. The first step is to decide the topic of the recommendation report. Someone who is working to write a report in a business setting might already have a problem to solve which becomes the topic, and in the case of an academic setting, you can choose a specific field of study as you have control over the topic selection. This is likewise a great chance to assess the readers, emphasizing what data they need and expect as background information. Students pursuing higher studies can also reach recommendation report service providers to get their field and topic of report selected. The second step to pursue while writing a recommendation report is to research. As recommendation reports are well supported by evidence, it is important to collect authentic and reliable data before recommending alternatives and effective solutions. Sufficient research on the chosen topic can be done through case studies, website analytics, customer purchasing habits, surveys, interviews, public records, articles, etc. After the collection of sufficient evidence through research, the next step towards writing a recommendation report is formulating a recommendation report structure. The formatting of the recommendation report is similar to any other formal report that mainly comprises of three major sections: I.E. Introduction, main body and conclusion. The introduction states the purpose of writing a recommendation report, provides an overview of the content covered, summarizes the options and mentions the writer's recommendations in brief. The main body is the central element of any report, which specifically in the recommendation report explains and describes each possible solution, evaluates the merits of each proposed solution, compares all the options and then presents arguments for the most optimal recommended option. This step is the most demanding and challenging aspect of writing a recommendation report, as the presentation and explanation of each proposed alternative solution is backed by researched evidence. There is an evaluation of each alternative involved based on certain defined criteria, which helps in making the readers understand how the writer has arrived at the recommended final solution. The last step is to conclude the final recommendation report with a summary, specific recommendations and a brief explanation for that recommendations. This facet of the report can also provide suggestions to readers about how they can move towards the final implementation of the recommendation made. Here are some general useful tips for writing an impressive recommendation report. Use actionable words to guide the readers about the exact plan to help them anticipate the available options. Provide only relevant details to make the audience evaluate each likely discussed solution. Good presentation of the report will help you drive your audience along. Thank you for watching.